I am here again with my water, my bookshelf, just hanging out here because I don't really know what to do with myself once I clock out from work for the day remotely. So, just here talking about books again. Probably see me more than once in this Vegas shirt looking like this because I have some time on my hands. So yeah, let's do it. First thing I could think of doing was a book tag that I just found off of a blog called Reading, and you should go check her out because it is a pretty interesting blog. She does a lot of cool book tags and stuff, so I found it off of there, and it is called the OMG This Song tag. So let's just move along into it, I guess. So this book tag pairs like songs and books, or not really pairs, but like they're similar things. Okay, anyway. So the first question is my jam. Name a song that you have to listen to every time it's on, and a book you'll never get sick of. So for the song, I have two songs that I always have to listen to as soon as they come on, no matter what. And they are Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, because no one can skip that song. I don't care who you are. It's a good fucking song. And second of all would be Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. And that has to be screamed at the top of your lungs. So, at least in my car it does. And then a book that I'll never get sick of. I would have to say, honestly, that would probably have to be Harry Potter. I have read it at different stages in my life now, and I never get tired of it, really. So, alright, next question is throwback. A song that reminds you of a cringy time, and a book that also reminds you of a cringy time. A song that reminds me of a cringy... Okay, I'm gonna have to think on that one for a second. A book that reminds me of a cringy time would be Breaking Dawn. The last book in the Twilight series. That reminds me of a very cringy time because, first of all, it's a cringy book. It's a cringy series, and I read it, and I don't know. Also, I was in college at the time, and I don't know, things were kind of awkward relationship-y wise, and then also I ended up going to see the first, was it the first movie? Or was it the second? No, it was the first one. It was the first one because they just gotten married, right? And then the second one, she becomes a vampire. Okay, so the first one, my aunt decided to drag me to go see the movie, and I didn't really want to go because I wasn't interested, and I said, why don't you take my cousin instead? And she refused to take my cousin because my cousin was like, oh god, how old was I then? My cousin was like 10 or something, and 10 or 11, and she was like, I'm not going to take your 11-year-old cousin to see a movie that has sex in it. So I had to sit there in an awkward theater and watch that awkward ass sex scene with my aunt right next to me. So that's cringy. Didn't need that. I guess the song that comes to mind if it's with that movie is that whatever song it is, the 1,000 Years song by, I can't remember. I'm so bad at remembering people's names sometimes. Yeah, the song from the movie, I guess. That would also remind me of that time because that whole thing was very awkward. So, yes. Okay. Um, let's see. Replay. What recent song do you have on repeat, and what is a recent favorite book of yours? I would say I've had 2 songs on repeat pretty much lately, and that has been Sunflower by Post Malone, from the Into the Spider-Verse movie, which is awesome, and if you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it. I have arachnophobia, and I still watched it, so hello. And also, I have been listening to Stupid Love by Lady Gaga a hell of a lot as well. A recent favorite book of mine. That would probably be everything I've read recently. Well, I won't stop shutting up about Tiffany Aching to pretty much everyone who listens, but that's not really a recent-ish book that I finished. I guess maybe The Cold Dish. It is the first book in the Longmire series by Craig Johnson, and every time I think about it, it makes me want to go get the rest of the series. But I promised myself that I would finish reading more books on my TBR before I start buying more books, and I already broke that because I panic bought like 6 books a few days ago. But yeah, I really want to read the rest of that because it was really good. Okay. Next up is a song that gets me. A song that is me, and a book that is me. Well, as far as the book as me goes, I always felt growing up very connected to the Princess Diaries series. I thought that basically I was like the same person as Mia Thermopolis, just because I also was absolutely terrible at math and kind of awkward, and I was also very into writing and everything, and maybe a little over dramatic sometimes, and very worried about like the state of the world. Although I have to say I would never ever be a vegetarian ever, because I love me some cheeseburgers too much. It just wouldn't happen. But yeah, I related to her a lot in a way, and that series really kind of helped me deal with high school, just overall, from the message that, you know, you make mistakes and stuff, but you know, you're still learning and you're growing, and you can make up for them most of the time anyway. So I would say that book series pretty much got me, or felt like that was me. As far as a song that is me, as much as I would love to aspire to Short Skirt Long Jacket by Cake, I don't think that's really me necessarily. I guess a song that kind of feels like me would be probably lately Let It Go from Frozen. I don't know, sometimes that one feels very, very relatable as of late in my life recently. But yeah, pretty much songs that get me. It kind of changes with the times, but yeah, that's the one I can think of right now. Next up is What? A weird song, but I liked it, and a unique book that stuck out. Weird, but I liked it. I guess Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. I don't get most of her music. I don't really understand. Um, but that one's catchy and I can't help it. It's a pretty good song. So, and then a unique book that stuck out. That one would probably be unique book. It's been a while since I really read a truly unique book, I guess. I don't know, unique in like style or something. I guess maybe A Darker Shade of Magic would be unique for me, just because I don't really read that much fantasy at all, other than, you know, the obvious middle grade-ish stuff. Would you count Harry Potter as middle grade, I guess? Yeah, other than like your usual fantasy things like Harry Potter and Nevermore and Chronicles of Narnia, I really don't read a lot of, I guess, young adult fantasy or adult fantasy or any like those kind of things. I don't read that. So even if maybe that series isn't like unique to like writing, it's unique to me just because it's different than what I normally am into. So let's see, chill. What is your favorite chill song? And what is your favorite book to read on a rainy day? Favorite chill song right now is probably going to be, let me see. I have a lot of chill songs that I've been trying to listen to lately to calm down. Let me see. Da, 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 da. I guess my favorite chill song, yeah, it would have to be If I Sit Still, Maybe I'll Get Out of Here by This Town Needs Guns. Actually, a lot of their music, especially their Animals album, I really like that as chill music. But yeah, I guess out of all of them, it would be that song. So, and my favorite book to read on a rainy day, with weather like this, when everything's kind of dark and gray, I typically like to read mysteries at that time. So probably Murder in the Orient Express, or maybe a Jeeves and Wooster book. That would be my favorite to read on a rainy day. And then the last question is addicting. What is a guilty pleasure song, and what is a guilty pleasure read? So a guilty pleasure song of mine lately that I have been listening to a lot is Bushes of Love. And it's a bad lip reading song from Star Wars. It's pretty ridiculous and kind of nonsensical, but at the same time it like has a really good beat, and there's like just this really underlying like kind of cool thing happening in this song. So yeah, that's kind of my favorite guilty pleasure at the moment. As far as guilty pleasure reads go, I mean, I guess maybe an awkward read would be still enjoying like children's books, like rereading the Bunnicula series to death or something like that. I mean, but that's more like, it's just awkward to tell other adults about. That sometimes I just like to reread it because it's funny and cozy. The description for the question was like something trashy. So I guess maybe, I guess as far as like trashy guilty reads, it would be romance novels. The ones I read a lot of the time, though, I mean, I read a lot of like Nora Roberts, and she has quality romance novels, and then I've just discovered a couple of other authors, but they're good quality, so I wouldn't really consider them trashy. But yeah, I guess maybe romance novels in general, like the really bad, like Harlequin ones. Even though most of the time I end up hate reading it by the end of it, I still kind of enjoy it because it's just like, oh, I don't know. So, yeah. So that is the that OMG this song book tag, and if you heard any weird noises in the background, it's rain. It's raining here. So, yeah. So that was that. Thank you for watching, I guess. And, yeah, enjoy.